a moment of honor, emotion, and celebration. As we gather here for the retirement ceremony of our respected officer, the shining star of today's function, Shri Dinesh Kunder, Superintendent of Customs.
Today is truly special for me, and what makes it more meaningful is the presence of our respected dignitaries and senior officers who took out their valuable time to be here. And finally, to my family, my caring wife and loving son, Mr. Gahan, thank you for standing by me through every challenge that I had, one of the most memorable moments of my life.
A very warm welcome to this wonderful afternoon. A moment of honor, emotion, and celebration. As we gather here for the retirement ceremony of our respected officer, the shining star of today's function, Shri Dinesh Kunder, Superintendent of Customs. Before we begin the formal proceedings, may I now request our esteemed dignitaries to kindly come up on stage. First and foremost, I request our chief guest Shri Dinesh Kunder sir, Superintendent, to please come up on stage. Sir, I request Honorable Commissioner of Customs Srimati P. Vinita Shekhar ma'am to kindly grace the stage. I invite Shri Rajshekhar PVK, Additional Director General DGOV Hyderabad, to please join us on stage. I invite Shri S. Keshava Narayan Reddy sir, Commissioner of Central Tax Mangaluru, to please join us on stage. I also request Shri Biju Thomas sir, Additional Commissioner of Customs, to kindly come forward and grace the dais. I invite Shri M.V.S. Chaudhary, Retired Chief Commissioner of Customs and Indirect Tax, to please join us on stage. I request Srimati Reena Shetty, the President of the Retired Officers and Retired Commissioner of Customs, to please come forward. And finally, I invite Ms. Giselle D. Mehta, former Deputy Commissioner, to kindly join us on the stage. Sir, ma'am, please take your seats.
Good evening, respected dignitaries on the dais and all the other officers and staff of the dais. Today is a special day as we all have gathered here to celebrate the retirement function of Shri Dinesh Kunder, Superintendent. I, Karthik, am going to read the service profile and some of Sir's personal details. Shri Dinesh Kunder is born on 24th of October 1965, is the son of late Bhavani Shankar Kunder and late Parvati B. Kunder, and his native is Mangalore, Karnataka. Sir's wife name is Srimati Soumya D. Kunder and she is a housewife. They have one son whose name is Gahan D. Kunder. Sir has done his education from St. Aloysius College, Mangalore. Shri Dinesh Kunder is a professional athlete and wrestler and is a bronze medalist in All India Civil Service Listing Competition. Lastly, Sir is giving free training in the field of athletics. From last 34 years until now, more than 7 of Sir's trainees have represented India in international level, out of which 2 trainees in Olympics, for which Sir has got District Raj Syostava Award. Now regarding Sir's service profile, Sir has joined this department as LDC at Central Excise Bangalore in November 1989. Sir transferred to Customs Mangalore in August 1990. He got his promotion as UDC in August 1994, Tax Assistant in July 2000, Inspector in December 2002, and Superintendent in November 2014. As an Inspector and Superintendent, Sir had worked in Central Excise Mangalore Commissionerate and in Customs Mangalore Commissionerate. Shri Dinesh Kunder sir has rendered a total of 36 years of dedicated government service till his superannuation and shared his knowledge and made sure to be there whenever we need Sir's help, and for that we all thank you, sir. On behalf of everyone, I want to say, sir, you will be missed, and I would like to extend my gratitude towards Shri Dinesh Kunder sir for being a great officer. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Karthik, for beautifully highlighting Sir's remarkable journey, dedication, and contribution to the department. Now we move on to the most awaited part of the ceremony, the felicitation of our retiring officer, Shri Dinesh Kunder. There is a beautiful Sanskrit shlok that captures our feelings of reverence and gratitude. Gururu Brahma, Gururu Vishnu, Gururu Devo Maheshwara. Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmay Shri Guruve Namaha. A mentor, a guide, a true leader, one who enlightens others through knowledge and example is truly divine. With these sentiments, I now request our Honorable Commissioner of Customs, Srimati P. Vinita Shekhar ma'am, to kindly felicitate Sri Dinesh Kunder sir. I also request all the other dignitaries present on the dais to kindly join ma'am for the felicitation. Now, I take the privilege of inviting our respected Commissioner of Customs, Srimati P. Vinita Shekhar ma'am, to share her words for Shri Dinesh Kunder sir.
Respected retired Chief Commissioner M.V.S. Chaudhary sir, Madam Reena Shetty ma'am, Giselle Mehta ma'am, Rajshekar sir, Reddy sir, Biju, and of course Dinesh Kunder ji. I don't have any words to say today because Dinesh ji has been an indispensable part of this custom house from the time I have joined. So anything and everything, when there are some events or there's any function, Dinesh ji is there. Also, you would have seen that there's been a lot of change in the infrastructure of this building in the last 2 years. Dinesh ji definitely has a good role to play in that, and so it's going to be very difficult to for us in this Mangalore Customs to even feel that Dinesh ji is getting retired. So I hope, Dinesh ji, you can train our future officers, because I don't know how we are going to manage without you. But apart from that, I have known Dinesh ji from the day I joined the custom house, and he is a very extremely helpful person. He tries to help everyone professionally as well as personally, and I've always seen him in a very calm and composed manner. So even if there is a crisis, Dinesh ji has a way of getting things done, and that's the best part. Also, I think what I admire most about Dinesh ji is that he is an athlete, and apart from all his accomplishments, he has ensured that he's going to pass on his skills to future generation. So he takes out time from his busy schedule to train the future generation, which I really admire the most. And I'm sure, Dinesh ji, you have chalked out your action plan post retirement also. I wish him best of luck, and I also wish his family best of luck. And Dinesh ji, again, thank you so much for all your help. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your kind and heartfelt words. Now, I request our respected Additional Commissioner of Customs, Sri Biju Thomas sir, to share his thoughts.
Respected senior officers on the dais, dear colleagues, it's a very sad day in a way for us, because Dinesh ji has been a pillar of strength in this custom house, and if you have noticed, I have been here for 1 year, and there's been humongous improvements in infrastructure here, whether it be in our lobby, in our outside campus, or in the rooms, various rooms where the officers are sitting. So as in charge of L&B, he had played a pivotal role in all that. And more than the office work, a lot of officers will have contacts with the wider society public, but very few of them will be willing to use it for common causes or for the departmental causes. I felt Dinesh ji liberally, I've noticed Dinesh ji liberally using his contacts outside the department for the welfare of the department as well as the officers of the department. There are a lot of people who will hoard those contacts and will put it in a bank for their own use, but he has liberally used, and I myself has been helped by him on different occasions in the past. I'm personally grateful for all those help.
And I wish him a very happy and productive retired life. Thank you.
I now invite other dignitaries who would like to share their experiences and memories of working with Sri Dinesh Kunder sir.
Dinesh Kunder, at the very outset, congratulations on your superannuation. In the introductory remarks, they were saying a star of the occasion. He was never, not only on this occasion, he was always a star of Mangalore Customs and Central Excess. Vinita Shekhar, your commissioner, I know her as an officer of great hard work and commitment. Mangalore Customs is really fortunate to have her here as commissioner. Reddy was my additional commissioner when I was Chief Commissioner Chennai Customs, very soft spoken, very polite, and it's great working with him. And Reena Shetty, I've just had a casual encounter with her, but I've always known about her. Jisil, in the introductory remarks, you have told her as a retired DC, but the most thing, she has been an entrepreneur of Mangalore, a great novelist, and one of the most illustrious figures on the social circuit of Mangalore. So, I have a great personal association with her and her husband. When she was a probationer, I was on my first posting in Chennai. We shared the same quarters there for almost 4 to 6 months. So, I always have a great regard for her and her husband. Then Rajshekhar, I've been knowing him for quite some time. And Viju, I'm seeing you for the first time. Anyhow, from the time I entered the portals of this custom house, one, I have become very nostalgic. Two, I have become very emotional. And as I stand on this platform and near the podium, I was seeing all my officers who worked with me, and now they have come in their retired capacity. Some of them are still working. They may be looking little worried because they know me when I stand on this, and before the mic it takes some long lectures and long sermonizing. But don't worry, I assure you, after I retired, I have become very silent. And I am very introspective now. So I assure you, I will take only few lines. See, I've been wanting to come. This is almost after 8 to 9 years I made a visit to Mangalore, because this place is so dear to me, and more than the place, the officers who worked with me. Some of them have always been in touch with me through WhatsApp and other thing, and whenever something they wanted, they always spoke to me. And that way I always feel very emotional about this place. So I've been wanting to come for a long time, and this Dinesh Kundar's retirement and another marriage here brought me here. Because some of the most remarkable memories, some of the most significant events of my life, I feel have taken place here. I have not come to lecture on my this thing, but I thought being here I should say a few words. My 2 years here, I have been Commissioner in Mangalore Customs, Mangalore Central Excise, and also Belgaum. 1 year I was holding additional charge. It was such a momentous period in my life, and with a very tough Chief Commissioner as my boss. And that was the time when we need people whom we can fall back, trust them, and take their support in the execution of our work. When I came here, of course, there was Stephen Das, who is also equally a very capable and very trusted protocol officer. He and Dinesh Kunder both were attending to most of our, if any senior officer visit is there, they were our people, Man Fridays, on whom we used to fall back on. And they were one, I know how much of their personal time, energies they gave, and particularly when I was the commissioner, we had a lot of occasions, people with senior officers visiting, lot of events here to be conducted. And though I always had my protocol officer as Rajesh, Vyas and all, on these type of occasions I used to fall back on Dinesh Kunder. He was so resourceful, well connected, and my standards of conducting a program were little tough. And sometimes I become very impatient, but I think they all stood the triggers, and they have done so efficiently, and it is one of that reason that brought me here to just express my gratitude on behalf of both these Customs and Central Excise here. We remember the services, the thing, but I can tell you with confidence, Mangalore Customs Central Excise cannot be the same without the services of Dinesh and even Stephen Dias. I heard Stephen Dias retired 3 months back. And they both were just anybody talks about any commissioner who is coming in. Rather than any briefing we get about the work, we get to know about these two officers that they're there to help you, to assist you, to take care of anything that you want. So I think now the younger generation has to groom up this thing. They took pleasure in all this work, not that they did any this thing. And both of them come from a sportsman background. I know Dinesh Kunder mornings, he has trained a lot of athletes here, and I used to encourage him because he used to think, being from a sports background, I always encouraged that. And sometimes to test them, I really made some surprise visit to the morning stadium, and I found he and Stephen, both of them were dedicating themselves. I always feel retirement is something we should always celebrate because we have been 30 years, we have entered into a contract with the government that we will abide by our conduct rules, we will go by the norms, we will go by what is there. The first feeling I got when I retired was, I am free. I am free from my hypocrisy. I am free from whatever things that we are supposed to pretend to be when we actually not are. You have to smile, interact with people who may really be not on your wavelength. But retirement is one thing, we are back to ourselves. We have the contract with the government of India is over, and it is time we are what we are. I have feel in service, government service, we compromise on our ideology, we compromise our character, we compromise on many things that we always learned to be. But it is time to get back and start, and I think today I am living what I want. I dress up the way I like, I am what I am. It is a wonderful feeling, and I think the last years have been the best part, where you don't need to stand up to any this thing. And what I hated in my 33 years government service was hypocrisy, because many times we have to act as hypocrites, and maybe many times we compromised on the ideology which we always learnt in school and college at the university levels. I'm back, that my ideals are back, and this thing. See, Rigveda says there are 4 stages in human life: Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha and Sannyasa. If you see the present day lifespan, I think the moment we retire, we should ensure by the time we are retiring, maybe we have a home of our own. The service has given us a great status in life. We are able to give our children a best of education, which others of our generation may not, because they didn't get this government, they could not afford. We have got all that. So now we are entering the Vanaprastha. Vanaprastha is, you have to serve the society, give back to them what we have got from the society. All this we enjoyed only at the cost of the public exchequer, and it's time in whatever small way. It may be, see for example, Dinesh Kunder is a sportsman. He can start devoting most of his time to help poor people who cannot afford that standards of rigorous training, whatever way you are. Maybe you are in a local village, corporate, ward level, help in the maintenance of sanitation of that ward. Many poor people have all of us come from a legal background. They find difficult to handle their litigations. Go and offer free service. Any small way you give back is a great gift you are giving back to the society. And that is how it makes your lives more meaningful and purposeful. So I feel retirement, most of it should never cause you any anxiety or tension that you lose this thing. It is an occasion to celebrate. One, you are retiring, Dinesh, after a very illustrious career with no remark, with such a, you have endured yourself to all your office, rank and file of these departments, to your senior officers, remember the services, the time. Many times you would have thought, when the pressure we put on you, that you might have felt sometimes helpless. Why am I doing? Generally, this is what people who handle protocol feel. This is such a thankless job you do. You stay 2 nights awake at the 1 hour, something goes wrong, everybody falls on you. That time you think, why I am doing this? But through these selfless things, you have endeared yourself to so much this thing. And it also made me feel that I should be here to celebrate your retirement. And may God bless you and your family with all the best of health and prosperity. And since you are here, in whatever this thing. But I have only told the best which he gave me. Sometimes he gave me headaches also. He is such a mischievous fellow. And I had to keep him under control was my other equal difficult task. But always I could rein him, and he was always very obedient to me. So I feel, Dinesh, keep your mischief still active. But maybe, I don't know, your wife should be around to check you. Yeah. So I thank Vinita and others here for giving me this opportunity to be here. It is a really great, it gives me great pleasure to be here and be in this same auditorium where I have been a part of this environment for a long time. I wish you all and your families happy times ahead. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir, for your thoughtful words. I request any of other dignitaries on stage to share their thoughts.
The most important dignitary of the day, Shri Dinesh Kunder. We've gathered here for a superannuation today. I have known Kunder, Dinesh, I think even before I came to Mangalore. I was on a personal visit to Mangalore, and that was when I met Dinesh. And the way he, associated with me, and the way he spoke, and the interaction we had left sort of a impression on me. And sure enough, when I came officially, when I joined this department, the first person I met was Dinesh. And yes, I was not exposed to land and building and the infrastructure part of the customs. I was a pure customs person, having come from the appraising background. So this land and building was something which was totally new to me. And it was Dinesh who was looking after land and building, and he helped me navigate that entire area of work. And there were many times when we had some challenges, and Dinesh would rise up to the occasion. But more importantly, more than the professional, I think Dinesh has helped me personally. And yes, sir, the contacts of his are amazing. It's not just local, but he has helped me with a thing which I needed resolving in Bombay. And he got it resolved within 5 days, and he comes happily with the paper and he shows it to me and says, "Madam, your work is done." So I will always be thankful to Dinesh for that. And it is not just, there was another personal instant when Dinesh put me on to the person who helped me with my son's admission. I still remember I was trying to get a PG seat, and we went and met somebody, and when we came out after meeting that person, I somehow knew the thing was not going to get through. And Dinesh just saw me and he kept quiet. The next day he walks into my cabin, and that time he was in Central Excise. He just walks in and says, "Madam, can I tell you something?" So I said, "What?" And he said, "Madam, don't be so upset. I'm sure this other officer can help you." And the officer he mentioned was Stephen Dias. I said, "But I don't know Stephen so much that I could ask him." He said, "No, it is for your son's thing. So why not you ask?" And that is how I got on to Stephen. So the trigger was actually Dinesh, and I'll always remember that, and thank you for it, Dinesh. And besides the personal things, yes, when we were in excise, there were a lot of things. I think that time our Udupi guest house was happening, and there was a lot of work, and we had a lot of pressure to get it through, and he did remarkably well there. So yes, there were some, and yes, of course, with the good, there was also the minus. We got into a lot of scraps also together, and there was a lot of issues, but then somehow we resolved it amongst ourselves. Maybe others didn't realize it, but there were some, very ugly phone calls, and I still remember, and then I used to say, "Oh shit, what has happened?" Like. But then I think that's all part of the thing. Probably the pressure, sometimes can get to you. And then though you would love to be nice to your officers, but then it just, I don't know, I think it just, you just don't see straight, and then you just take off. It is only later on that you sit back and say, it didn't have to happen that way. So I'm sorry if there are times when There have been some bad interactions. But then all in all, it has been a lovely time working with you, being associated with you, Kunder. I wish you and your family all the best. I know you've got a lovely son. We were all part of that. We prayed so much. And I'm so happy that you've got this little fellow with you and to bring in all the happiness and joy. I wish you and your family all the best. Thank you.
Greetings to the distinguished dignitaries on stage and all attendees to this function where we bid farewell to a standout officer, Mr. Dinesh Kunder. The word dynamic derives from the idea of movement, and movement is something that is the essence of Dinesh Kunder, whether it is in sports, in the stadium, or in service, where he is always known to run around and get things done. And it is precisely this quality which has made him such an asset to all the offices that he has worked in, and invariably caught the eye of the senior most officers posted to their charges in Mangalore. He has definitely exerted and gone out of his way to make their postings in Mangalore comfortable. Coming to various retirement functions, I gauge that there are roughly two kinds of officers: those who are excellent with files and those who are excellent with their people-related skills. And with Dinesh Kunder, I would say that his people-friendly profile is his greatest talent and asset, because how else would you have so many senior officers present today? An officer as distinguished as my dear friend, Mr. MVS Subaya Chowdhury, who's come all the way from Hyderabad to grace the days. Also former Commissioner Mrs. Reena Shetty, Commissioner of Customs, ADG Rajshekhar, ADC Mr. Biju Thomas, etc. And I would say that the retired officers would surely be happy to connect, especially with the Commissioner of Customs, Ms. Vinita Shekhar, to know that the legacies of officers in the past are being carried forward, as also that she is on her own path. Earlier this month, I was privileged to be interviewed on a program called Indian Masterminds, which shines a spotlight on officers who have got through the Union Public Service Commission exam. But the focus of the interview that I gave was actually about my life outside service. I mention this so that one is assured that after every phase of life, there is a possibility of new beginnings and exciting things to do. But in Dinesh Kundar's case, I don't think even that is really necessary, because he has always maintained a parallel life between sport and service. Not only is he a champion athlete, but he is also a trainer of, even I think, M.R. Puvamma, who was an Olympian. And before she won her medal, he told me there's a very strong chance of her winning. So you can gauge the amount of dedication he put into this. Plus, he has also trained, I think, Asiad and Commonwealth medalists. Okay, so thank you for the update. And I'm sure that post-retirement, he will really plunge into what must be his first love. And we can be sure that if he does, that India will win many more medals in athletics in the years to come. So we definitely look forward to such a golden possibility happening. Now, as an athlete, surely the finish line has always been something that has guided his activities. But today the finish line is a different one. And as an athlete, he would know that a finish line is never a final thing. You always go back and better your record. So I'm sure with superannuation, he will definitely get back to doing what he wants with passion and more dedication than ever, and perhaps discover himself in other ways also. He will surely be a very illustrious member of the Retired Officers Association. I congratulate him on his very creditable career and also wish him a happening future. Thank you all.
So one good thing somebody told that with regard to Atidhi Devo Bhava, whoever is coming to Mangalore, whether departmental or outsider, so I think they will get best guidance and help from these two people, Sri Dinesh Kunder and also Sri Stephen Dias. I think as told by our officers earlier, they have done immense service as far as attending to these protocols and also personal requirements and also developing infrastructure in the office also. So in this regard, just have to congratulate Sri Dinesh Kunder and also Stephen Dias. That is one thing. And other things also is always courteous and helpful. Whenever you will ask for some help or some support or some guidance, so they are ready to provide their help or support. Whether you are getting good result or not, but they are always there in the forefront to help you. So that is a very good quality of Sri Dinesh Kunder and also, as I said, Sri Stephen Dias. So I wish Sri Dinesh Kunder all the best for his post-retirement life. So as I said earlier, so he is already having alternate career, so he need not bother about his this thing, time pass and other things after retirement. Maybe apart from that, I think I request him maybe to go for some leisure activities or some tourism or visiting various places, so that I think his mind will be free from this office and other activities. So once again, I wish Sri Dinesh Kunder all the best. I wish him all the healthy and post-retirement. Thank you.
It's really a happy occasion. I don't know much about Dinesh Kundarji till yesterday morning when I landed in Mangalore, because it's the first visit for me. And ever since, I'm hearing all good things about him. And of course, when I had interaction with Vinita, she is telling about the contributions as well as how good he is for the department and all sorts of help he is doing it for the department. And today, all the dignitaries and dais have spoken volumes about, I don't know how many years, 36 years. So 36 years have gone just like a quick run kind of a thing in a sportsman's language. So I heard that and all, he's already doing a lot of activity with regard to the sports and doing a lot of training programs, and already produced some good athletes, given the medals to the country. And I'm sure, I think this particular day will see him into the field completely, because he is completely free from the departmental obligations. As M.S. Chaudhary sir told, obviously you are bound by so many requirements, rules, regulations, approvals. So many things are required for you to just go out of your office, even to leave the station on a Saturday, Sunday. And now he is free bird from today evening onwards, rather I can say from today midnight onwards, because you are a government servant till 12 o'clock in the night. So till midnight you are bound, but after that you are a free bird. I really wish you, Dineshji, a very happy, healthy and cheerful retirement life. Pursue all your ambitions, unfulfilled agenda, and wanted to do whatever you want, which you could not do it in the last 3 decades of things because of whatever situations. So I wish the family members of Dinesh Kunder also very, very happy times. Of course, he will be there with you all the time now. So thank you very much for giving me this occasion. All the very best, Dinesh. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your heartfelt words. Now I call upon officers of stage, our colleagues and friends, who would like to say a few words regarding Shri Dinesh Kunder, sir.
About Dinesh Kunder, actually when I was posted to customs, he was under me, and he is the person, as every officers have explained, he is very principled person, and he will act to the time. And I was surprised. He was always handling the land and building charge. Actually, during that time, I was also in charge. So actually, IC paper will come 2 days after. But at the stage of IC paper only, he will bring the paper and he will start the work. So like that, he is very meticulous person. And whatever help, if we want, he will do immediately. And he has the contact with the many areas. So what I found from him is that the way he works or the way he walks, that is also one lesson to us. And he is very smart. Actually, I was always telling, one of my uncle was there who was in army. I was referring him. He is like that only. The walking style is very beautiful, very nice. So he is a nice person who has helped a lot of people. He has done good work in the department. I wish him a happy, healthy and peaceful retired life. I also say best of luck to their families. Thank you one and all.
Today's guest of honor, Mr. Dinesh Kunder and his family members, our beloved the Chief Commissioner Customs Chaudhary sir, and all dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. Of our senior officers, they spoke on official side of the Dinesh Kunder. So I like to speak about him other than the official side of the Dinesh Kunder. So he is the, you have to take it in a lighter vein, don't be take in a serious mode. When he joined the department in the year 89. So I was in the headquarters office, Bangalore headquarters office. So I was in the technical section. I think he joined the department in establishment. Our commissioner, at that time commissionerate was only one. Only one commissioner used to be sit there in the stone building, our stone building. We were in the annexure building, our technical section. So we were in the annexure building. When he joined the department, many people were talking. One most handsome person has joined the department. People were eager to go and meet him and see him. So every people were going and meeting him and seeing him, coming back. One colleague, I too was bachelor at that time. I thought, who is this handsome, so handsome person from Bangalore? So they told me he has come like this. I went, saw him. Of course, what their remark, what their observation was absolutely correct. So such a handsome person in the department, we have seen for over 30 years. He is not just an handsome person, an officer and a gentleman also. I have seen is the way of working, a beautiful way of working. Always very systematic, nicely dressed. The way he addressed the officer, maybe senior or the junior or any level, so polished. Whatever he has got in his mind, that is different thing. But is highly polished, so sweet. You will see that his work is done. You will go to any extent to see that for his work or his officer's work will be done. That much assurance any officer can take from him. Such a wonderful officer is retiring today in this area, the customs as well as central excise jurisdiction. The most two indispensable people we have seen. One is Kunder, another one is Stephen. We jokingly we used to call them among ourselves. They are Jaya Vijayas. ಈ ಸ್ವರ್ಗದಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಷ್ಣುವಿಗೆ ಜಯ ವಿಜಯರು ಇರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಹಾಗೆ. They are so important. So we had to talk to them, we had to meet them, we had to, next level we had to meet commissioner. It was fine. So that way it has become so indispensable because these two people are retiring today. Last month our Stephen retired, this month he is retiring. We definitely, the administration will feel their absence. Definitely I will say this. So naturally the retirement is common, so we have to accept this. So other officers also will come for the PRO and all those things, the department will go on. That's a different issue. So more than that, I always, the officer retires, no, I keep telling, after retirement you do that, this, all those things. In his case I can't say because he is from the very, very good business family. I don't know how many people know about this. He is extremely good business family has come from. Their family is into tourism business, the entertainment, the renting, leasing, mortgaging, many business. They are into many business. A wealthy family, I think to take care of that, it would be very sufficient. You need not do any other work, I feel. And also, in exaggeration, I want to say this. Almost all the sports people, sports personalities are very rich. The lawn tennis players we have seen, each one will have one island in Caribbean island. I feel, I jokingly say, you too must have one island in Arabian Sea. I don't know that. I won't confirm that. You should take it in a lighter vein. So such a background he has got, absolutely no problem. So his contribution to the sports field is a far excellence. He has produced so many athletes, national level, international level. There are two Commonwealth game also has sent certain sports personalities. So his contribution to this the sports field is excellent. That he will continue to do, I feel. So in this, with all these, I wish him all the best in his future retirement life. I request the family members also to take care of him nicely in his retired life. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you everyone. Each word came straight from the heart and made this moment even more meaningful. Now, before we invite the man of the hour to speak, I would like to share a timeless thought, one that truly reflects the spirit of Sri Dinesh Kunder sir's journey. Sha Vidyaya Vimuktuye. True knowledge is that which liberates. Sir's humility, sincerity, and wisdom have not only inspired his colleagues, but also set a shining example of a life dedicated to service and integrity. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we have all been waiting for, the words of wisdom from the man of the hour, our Honorable Superintendent Sri Dinesh Kunder sir. Sir, the stage is yours.
Honestly, I don't have enough words to express what I am feeling right now. When I look around in this Netravati hall, I see not just my colleagues, but my mentors, friends, and extended family that has been part of my life for all these long years. Today is truly special for me, and what makes it more meaningful is the presence of our respected dignitaries and senior officers who took out their valuable time to be here. My sincere thanks to our Honorable Commissioner, ma'am, who has always given me the opportunity to excel in my field of work. Thank you, ma'am. In this occasion, on behalf of Customs Recreation Club and on behalf of my family, I request you all to give standing ovation to our guests such as former Chief Commissioner. Please, 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 standing ovation I want, please, on behalf of the former Chief Commissioner of Customs and Indirect Tax, Sri M.V.S. Chowdhury, sir, who has graced this occasion with love and affection towards me. Please be seated. My gratitude to the Commissioner of CGST, Sri Keshav Narayan Reddy, sir, Sri Biju Thomas, Additional Commissioner of Customs Mangalore, sir, to the former Commissioner of Customs Mangalore, Srimati Reena Shetty, she is like my mom. Thank you, ma'am, who always stood beside me, and also to the President of the Retired Officers Association, Srimati Giselle Mehta, madam. I don't have the words on her vocabulary power. She has not expressed so much, but thing is, she is genius on her field. She is role model for me, frankly speaking, for all. My thanks to all the retired officers who have graced this occasion with their presence. Your blessings and kind words means more to me than I can ever express. I have spent some of the best years of my career in this department, learning, laughing, working through challenges and celebrating success together. Customs has never been just a workplace for me. It has been a family, and each one of you has been an inspirable part of it. My heartfelt thanks to all senior officers for your constant guidance, patience, and trust on me. Thank you for your cooperation, friendship, and respect. I would fail in my duties if I do not acknowledge the gracious presence of our officers from DRI, DGGI, Audit, and SEZ. And finally, to my family, my caring wife and loving son, Mr. Gahan, thank you for standing by me through every challenge that I had arised, discharging my duties and understanding the nature of my work. Retirement doesn't mean goodbye. It simply means that I will cherish these moments from a new chapter of life, a chapter where I will look back and gratitude and pride. My special thanks to Mr. Nagraj, retired officer, Assistant Commissioner, Mr. Ramesh Chandra, Assistant Commissioner, and also my special thanks to a dynamic officer, Mr. Santosh Kumar. From the bottom of my heart, thank you everyone for your love, your blessings, and for making this day one of the most memorable moments of my life. Thank you one and all. Before conclude my speech, I would switch on to Kannada and Tulu. ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ನನ್ನ ಈ ರಿಟೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಡೇಯಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಹೃತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕ ವಂದನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಐ ವುಡ್ ಒನ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ತುಳುನಾಡು ಅಂಚಾದ ನಿಕಲಿಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಎನ್ನ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿದ ಪರವಾದು ಎನ್ನ ಪರವಾದು ಎನ್ನ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ದ ಪರವಾದು ರಿಕ್ರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಕ್ಲಬ್ದ ಪರವಾದು ಸೋಲ್ಮೇಲಿನ ಸಂದ ಒಂದುಲ್ಲೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring words, your warmth, and your valuable years of service. You will leave behind a legacy of professionalism, humility, and kindness. Now, as we move towards the conclusion of today's program, it's time to express our gratitude. Now, to deliver the vote of thanks, I would like to call Ms. Srimati Shobha Paris Bhatt, the Secretary of Customs Recreational Club. Ma'am.
As we come to the close of this beautiful function, it's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks. On behalf of the Commissioner, the Additional Commissioner, and all the staff of Mangalore Customs, I take great pleasure in extending our sincere gratitude to Sri Dinesh Kunder and his family for graciously accepting our invitation on this felicitation function and for being with us today. Sir, Your presence has added immense value and warmth on this occasion. We thank you once again for joining us and for your kind participation in today's event. I would also like to express our deep appreciation to the President of today's function, our Commissioner, Srimati P. Vinita Shekhar, and to our Additional Commissioner, Shri Biju Thomas, for their constant encouragement and support in organizing this program. A special word of thanks as well to the Commissioner of GST, Shri Keshav Reddy, for his gracious presence on this occasion. We are indeed honored to have amidst us several dignitaries, both serving and retired officers, who have contributed significantly to this department over the years. Your presence here today brings a sense of continuity and pride, and it's truly a pleasure to meet our esteemed former colleagues once again. We are deeply grateful to each one of you for taking time off to be with us and to share in this moment of celebration. I take this opportunity to thank all our colleagues, friends, and guests, including our retired officers, for their kind presence and wholehearted participation. To each and every member of the staff gathered here, a very big thank you for your cooperation, enthusiasm, and support, which have made this occasion a success. A special word of appreciation is due to Shri Shubham Negi, Inspector, for comparing this program so gracefully. I also extend my sincere thanks to all the CRC members who have worked diligently behind the scenes to ensure that this function was conducted smoothly. Our gratitude also goes to the photographer, Mr. Mahesh, and the support staff for their valuable assistance. Finally, a special note of thanks once again to Sri Dinesh Kunder for hosting the lunch today. Thank you all for your presence, your goodwill, and your support. It's been a privilege to have you with us on this special occasion.